let's talk about chords and arcs and their relationships. So we got this statement. Two chords are congruent if and only if. Remember what kind of statement that is? Their corresponding arcs are congruent. What does that mean? So we've got our two chords here, AB and DC, and these are congruent if and only if their corresponding arcs are congruent. So we're talking corresponding arc AB and corresponding arc DC. So the length of those are congruent as well as the measure of those. DC. Okay, also has to be true is they are equidistant. Remember, same distance. That's all that means from the center. So AB is going to equal DC. These are going to be congruent if FE equals EG. GE. All right. If a diameter or a radius is perpendicular, and you can see this radius EI is perpendicular to the chord DC, then it bisects the chord and its arc. So that means that a lot of pieces are going to be congruent here. So if this is our circle and this is true, then this is going to be congruent. These are going to be congruent as well as these arcs out here. So all this stuff is congruent. All right, so let's look at an example. We've got this circle and we've got two chords and we're shown that they are congruent. So that means that our arcs outside are congruent. So in order to find X, I'm going to put these equal to each other, solve for X, X equals 13. That's it. So we've got two chords. We're told that their arcs are congruent. So then that means that the chords are congruent. So set these equal to each other for X plus 1. Solve for X. X equals 7. What if I asked instead, what is this actual distance? All I'm going to do is take my X and plug it in to my formula and solve. And when I do that, I get 29. 29 equals that distance, which is the same distance here. All right. In circle Z, if RS is 18 and the measure of arc TY is 42. So RS 18 and our arc TY is 42 degrees. Let's find all these other measures. All right, TV is this one right here. Let's see, if RS is 18 and all of this stuff in here is true, then TU is 18. So in order to find TV, I'm going to take 18 divided by 2, and that is 9. All right, so what is TU? So what's TU? We already said that's the same as RS, so it's 18. What is WS? That's the same as TV as 9. WS is this one right here. All right, what is the measure of arc YU? YU is right here. These two are the exact same, so 42. And what's the measure of arc RS? So this and this, they both have to be 42. So I'm taking 42 plus 42, and that is 84 degrees. That's it. So if the measure of CI equals 7x minus 15, and the measure of EF is 12x minus 8. Find the measure of arc CI. So these two are not congruent, right? This is congruent to this half. These little pieces are congruent. And DC is congruent to EF. So that means that there's two of these within this one. So I'm going to say 2 times 7x minus 15 equals 12x minus 8. Solve for x equals 11. That's not what we are asked. We want to find the measure of arc CI. So I'm going to plug in that 11 to get the measure of CI, and that is 62 degrees. All right, let me know if you have any questions.